Chairman Sanders, I want to start by offering a letter on behalf of Senator Budd. It's from the North Carolina Chamber regarding Pell Grant eligibility. So on behalf of Senator Budd, I'd like to ask unanimous consent to enter to the record a letter of support for his bill, the Promoting Employment and Lifelong Learning Act, from the North Carolina Chamber of Commerce.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And again, welcome to all of our panel and making the efforts to give us some advice here. I'm going to start with Ms. White. When it comes to youth apprenticeships, we grew up in an era where we all had summer jobs and part-time jobs. And when I go back home, employers tell me they have a hard time getting through the barriers of apprenticeships coming on board. Are there, instead of adding more regulations, are there some regulations we could tweak to maybe give those youth and other people more of an opportunity for apprenticeships?
Sure, I'm happy to take that. Thank you for the question, Senator. So I think to some extent the complaints from employers around registration for apprenticeship they are legitimate. I'm actually trying to register my very own apprenticeship right now. We are hiring one at my place of employment. And it can be challenging. I think many states have invested in state-level intermediaries that have provided really significant guidance to employers to expedite that process. They take on a lot of the administrative burden to sort of expedite kind of the creation of the program and the registration from start to finish. I think there are a number of ways that registration could be simplified and expedited. One thing I think could go a long way towards the expansion of these programs at the local and state level are program standards that develop through things like sector partnerships. Often the hardest part of building these programs is employers saying, I don't know how to put the pieces together. I don't know what a work process schedule it is. I don't know how to specify the skills and competencies that these folks need. I can tell you what they should do, but I don't know how to write it. And to the extent that we can create shared resources to help expedite that process for youth and for adults, I think we'll see greater uptake.
Okay, I'll go to Dr. Bradley next. One of my sayings, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. And if you don't have the data timely, it doesn't do me any good. As we work through this WIOA authorization, we have a bill that would require the Department of Labor to implement performance indicators within 6 months of enactment and provide monthly technical assistance to local workforce boards. Can you just give me your perspective on the importance of that timely reports and implementations?
Thank you, Senator. That's an excellent question, and that's been one of the issues in the system is data lag. The reason that up-to-date, more real-time data is so important is because things change quickly, and you want training providers and workforce boards to be able to respond to what's happening now, not describing a situation 6 months ago. And also, in terms of understanding training providers that have positive outcomes, if there's a year or 2 years lag of that and they're not a good training provider, they're not getting good results, you want to know that sooner rather than later because of the good stewardship of public dollars in the WIOA system. So it's really important both from an agility standpoint but also to know what's working.
Thank you. Mr. Dickerson, my wife and I are community college graduates, so proud of my community colleges and technical colleges and their ability to flex from moment to moment. In a rural community where there's agriculture, one community college has the diesel mechanic school. Maybe where the wind energy is popping up, a community college quickly offers a 2-year degree in wind energy, and where there's manufacturing, maybe it's a focus on welding and other skills like that. How do you see the opportunity for short-term Pell Grants in those types of programs? Would that something that would be a good idea, short-term Pell Grants?
Yes, sir. I absolutely believe that'd be a great opportunity for our adult population to get into the workforce faster through certified programs. Now, the other part of that is, yes, the funding's available, but do you have industry leading those discussions and developing those programs on the other side of it? I think that's a critical aspect that can't be overlooked. I'm proud to say Louisiana Delta Community College, which is our community college in Monroe in the northeast side of the state, work with industry often and become flexible in the short-term programs that we need. So I know that'd be a positive step for this relationship.
Thank you. Senator Kane.